one about the community of women that I work with. In 2020, I piloted a collective creative agency called the Slow Tribe, where our goal was to disrupt the media and advertising industry by placing young Black creatives at the center of content creation and then controlling their narrative. So most of the women that we recruited to join our tribe were women that had little to no work experience, especially in the creative sector or advertising space. Most of them came to that space because they were actually looking for a community of other creatives to just brainstorm with, to be exposed to other opportunities, and to just create beautiful things with. We went through the boot camp. We had a successful festival at the end of the year during 16 days of activism, and 3 or more of those women went on to then kickstart their careers in digital marketing. That for me is an inspiring story because most of the time we think that youth unemployment and youth economic development, we're very quick to run to traditional modes of doing things. But I think what the past 2 years have taught us is that not only is the future of work changing, but the shared economy or passion economy or creative economy is also growing in such a big way that there's new ways to make money today. And I've seen that most young people are taking on social media and digital technology to create employment for themselves. So I find that really, really inspiring. And if I am to speak more closely about one particular incident, is a lady whom I will not mention her name. She joined our collective agency. She had studied sociology but was looking to transition into a more creative career. So she went through our boot camp, and now she's working full-time as a communications and social media manager at one organization, that's a reputable organization actually, that does work around GDV in South Africa. So that to me really is an inspiring story because it shows that young people are looking for ways to empower themselves, but they're just not looking at the old traditional ways. So I don't know who has to catch up. I think it's society that needs to catch up to the young people. My love for digital technology started off in my undergrad years. I studied a BSc at Wits University, so I've always been in a space where I had to teach myself software very quickly. So when I was done with that and I was just sitting at home, I had a regular job which didn't really speak to my passion. I started teaching myself graphic design. I started teaching myself video editing, audio editing, and all of that came together, and I saw that there's an opportunity here where I could render this service to other people. So I think for me, as an advocate of lifelong learning, I think there is a big opportunity in encouraging young people to constantly want to evolve themselves, constantly want to learn new skills, because also digital technology has just changed everything. Things are evolving so quickly, and we also need to make sure that our skill set stays updated at the same rate, if not faster. So the opportunities that I saw were really in realizing that as much as education to a large extent is still highly inaccessible to a lot of young people, but there's still those small channels or small communities where you can go and learn a couple of skills that you can render. And I don't know, there's countless people who use open source platforms such as Canva, Figma, Bubble, and all of those just to create stuff for other people. In a nutshell, I would say that there are big opportunities in the creative sector that I have noticed and I have definitely taken advantage of, and I think I'd like other people to take advantage of. I think young people are already creating the systems that they want to see exist. And I think there's a big opportunity for corporates to tap into those existing networks instead of wanting to recreate something new altogether. Why do I say this? Because something that already exists and something that has already been created by young people has the tone, the identity, and the DNA of young people. So already they're saving themselves a lot of money. Whereas with some initiatives that we're seeing from corporates directed at young people, there's always a mismatch. It's always a pill versus cure approach where they just create systems and solutions that act as the pill that solve the symptoms, but they don't exactly address the core. And I would say that talk to the young people that are actually creating stuff, because no one understands the ecosystem, the landscape like them. And then just fund those projects, fund existing projects that already have a huge following behind it, already have a community, because clearly that is one indicator that brand or those movements, those initiatives are speaking to young people. And if they want to speak or impact young people, then they can do it through those brands or through those movements, instead of recreating new avenues which might not exactly be relevant to young people. Start where you are with what you have. The truth is, none of us know what we're doing, and the sooner you start, the quicker you fail, and the better you become faster. The truth is, really, a lot of us just start with whatever we have, and we figure it out as we go. And I know a lot of young people are currently experiencing mental health issues and having to deal with anxiety and imposter syndrome. But I will say this again, a lot of us do not know what we're doing, but that's the thrill of it. And stop looking at failure as a pit stop. Stop looking at failure as a measurement of your intellect or your ability. It's actually part of the process. Before you get one yes, there's like 10 or 99 no's that you're going to get. And those no's or rejections should not deter you or discourage you. Keep going, because all you need is one yes. All you need is really one person to give you that chance.